on.
Let's go.
Holy son of a gun. If it explodes,
We're gonna run away.
watch out, everybody.
Have fun, Bess.
Well, it's kind of tucked underneath.
Albert has dropped a nice patty right on this super polished. Oh, I hear it cracking. Beautiful rock presented by our shipping queen and connoisseur, Robin.
Why is
I hear it popping and cracking.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to explain why?
We'll take a look at it when we flip it around. Well, it's 2,000-degree glass, so something's happening down there. And meanwhile, I'll load these sweet softies in here. If you take a look at those.
Softies, because these are rocks Robin tumbled.
Yeah, she took it to Tumbletown.
No nature was hurt in this process.
So we'll
Check
load
for the
that
rocks.
right in there.
We
Get it lined up real
got
good.
Jake on the show. We got Robin and Jeff as guest visitors. Bess is on tech, checking all systems. And Oliver's on standby.
Howdy, everybody. I'm
Ready?
gonna load up these guys in the other bowl.
Oh, you got some rose quartz.
We got rose quartz. We don't know. Calcite.
Not really sure.
We're all in. You know, that mold makes me feel like it's a Sunday or something.
On a pedestal. If you squish it down real good, it gives it more mojo.
All right, we're live at the Glass Academy located in Dearborn, Michigan. Catching us live, put live in the chat, and tell us where you're from.
I'm going to reveal that rock in a second.
Orange means it's hot, clear means the
I
glass
wonder
is
if it's
cooled
stuck
off.
in there. Look at it, it might be in there.
Jake wanted to flip it like a pancake.
So then while Oliver drops this one, I'll take this one and maybe see if they lift up.
We think the rock's stuck.
Nice gather, Oliver.
Okay.
I did that for Robin.
A lot
Something
more
cracked in
crackle
there?
on the
Oh, it's
polished one.
all right.
Robin.
Oh, look at that one.
We got the top came off. These ones are stuck in there somehow.
Wow.
Why don't we burn it in the 2,500-degree hole?
You didn't want to save it in the annealer?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
And now,
do it again.
It could fall apart.
Those ones were cracking and sizzling.
Yeah.
welcome to the
Then
gathering.
we might be able to turn this into a goblet.
Tonight is Goblet Show number 270.
That's a solid base for sitting.
Glass versus rocks tonight.
Check it out. One's glowing. That rock is glowing right there. So is that shard. And really, honestly, holding their mojo pretty good.
Is mojo the word of the day?
Have I said it?
Mojo's been the word.
Yeah.
Let me try and get the other ones up.
Well, the rocks have mojo, right? Like all the stones have different. What would you say that they are? Mojo.
Different metaphysical
There you
properties.
go. Thank you. Help me through that one. Gravy.
I'm
I
really
wonder what
blasting
cracked
this
it.
on this one. Let's see
Whoa.
what it looks
Oh,
like.
I got the.
Where are those safety glasses at?
Wait,
Bounced off. It bounced off.
I don't know what it was, if it was glass or rock.
Are you gonna save that one?
It wouldn't be the first time.
There's a Rockian pedestal.
It's
What
gonna
is
work?
that noise? Sounds like a giant truck driving by.
Yeah.
Pretty cool looking.
I don't know. Don't come too near.
Cool
Sketchy.
when the pumpkin stem holding up in the air like you see the back of itself. That's sick. Correct.
Is there any great like tablecloth holders on your picnic support?
Yep. Let's see what Oliver's
Natural
got.
tablecloth. See?
So let's see, that was calcite.
There's calcite in this. That's the calcite right there.
That's very weak
Oh, the
rock,
one
the
that fell?
calcite, yeah. The rose quartz is super hard. So that probably stayed okay.
I'm gonna try and get this neckline as tender as possible so I don't hit it hard when I knock it off. Because I want to not have any of the rocks pop off.
No pop poppage.
That could be a word of the day.
Checking in.
Rocks.
We do. We have Sharon from Livonia, Carol from Sarnia. Lois says hi. Mary Lou says hi. Happy Tuesday. Vicky says hello from Seattle. Carrie says hello, GA friends watching from Connecticut. Oliver's grandma says hello.
Hello, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
Dana says hey, hey from Georgia. Over on the YouTube side, we've got Carol again saying hi from Sarnia and Norman saying greetings from Bloomington, Indiana.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going back.
Oh, something just popped. Oh, it just cracked. The septarian cracked. Yeah. I think it's the glass.
But I did want to say an interesting thought is that when you load a foreign material into the annealing oven, if you've got a chunk of wood in the annealing oven, it'll totally change the construction of the color on the outside of all the glass. So I'm a little bit worried, but also curious at the same time, having rocks of different hardnesses in the annealing oven with all the product we made throughout the day today. So we could have
Uh-oh.
this app, or we could have some of the coolest colors we've ever seen in our lives.
Hopefully they won't pop and break anything else in the end.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just more worried about action. There's still a lot of rock in it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna get started on the warmer upper piece. Welcome to the show, everybody. And this is the Goblin Show,
It is.
which we attempt to do every first show of the month.
Jake, is your mic on?
It is. I can hear him.
Beautiful.
Yes, Carol, his mic is on.
So that's what we're going to do. We got no Chris tonight. Did you mention the timing of our shows and the plan going forward?
Nope, we haven't talked about any of that.
Okay.
I thought we should do it at house meeting. Everyone's all interested. Some people are still coming on the show.
If that gimbal's slow, it's going to start tweaking out on you. I see the gimbal about to tweak out on you.
Move a little slower with it.
This guy right here on the harbor.
You want to tell us the theme of your warmer upper?
Yeah. It's going to be a champagne flute. This is a cool new style that we did do as a giveaway a few shows back. It was the first time I've ever done it. But now we've got a little more idea of how it all goes together. We've got a really cool color pattern, which is, you guys have seen us use this before as well, the ruby and iridescent gold. However, when you encase this color pattern, it looks completely different than when the color's on the outside.
Describe that.
I don't know. Maybe we're going to have to ask the people once we get it blown out. Because I just wanted to say the word mojo.
Mojo in the Morning. Who remembers him from
I
the
do.
radio station?
Here comes a bubble.
Is that like Here Comes the Sun?
Yeah. Do-do-do-do.
We got to get sound effects on the show.
We know.
So we be like, here comes the bubble, press a little button.
Yeah. Yeah, so that guy popped apart. Is the rock still good in there?
I think the rock is fine. Resilient
And
Yeah,
it's
it looks
still
okay.
living strong.
So this piece is going to be available to members. It's the first piece of every show. So you guys are subscribing members. You know where you could find this piece. We'll reach out to you when it's up and on the website.
Today is the last day of the members only. It's your last chance to join the Loyalty League.
Robin, you got to turn your Bluetooth off. That was
Robin
a
was
double
on music during the show.
Metaverse special.
Somebody was saying something sounded off, and that could have been why.
We were hearing like 5 different
I didn't
things
either.
all cycling around.
That's hilarious.
I think you were still disconnected to the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a double dunk here into the clear furnace, and I'll hustle it over and get a quick Marver over here.
Hustle, hustle.
Hey, Michelle.
And
hustle, you
it
were
sounds
so
like
fast.
the idea for the algorithmic properties of our show, folks, is that if you guys are commenting with more than 5 words or
Yeah,
more,
5 words or more.
then it boosts our algorithmic properties. So I was just about to ask the question, why do you think I hustled over and hit the Marver so hard? And your answer can't be yes. It has to be at least 5 words.
That was a bad example. All right, 5 words or more, because I want you guys to get in the practice of doing this. We got something really cool coming up with this. So 5 words or more, and
If you got to say something nice in the comments, which we do love people commenting and talking with us, add an extra word. Make it 5. What's a good example of a 5-word sentence, Oliver, that you've recently said?
How are you doing today?
It's pretty
I
good.
think that's 5 on the dot.
Yeah, that was pretty good, pretty fast. Did you actually say that recently, though?
are you serious?
Blow really light. Beautiful.
I know I said it to Robin this morning when I saw her.
How are you doing today? Okay.
I might have put a little bit more slang on it.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. That was
you
pretty
know.
formal of you.
Back to the 5 words.
We're still talking about it.
The 5 words. So let's see. You hustled over to the Marver because you wanted us to see it. You wanted us to see it. 6 words. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you guys could have 5 words or more in the algorithm, let's see what happens. We're back to our regular ways. We tried to go old school, just did not like what was happening.
You want paddle?
So
Next
we are
seat.
back to normal. We've got a couple tricks up our sleeve for the summer.
You catching that?
Got a couple surprises for you guys. Now this was a big hit last week when this went out for the giveaway. I know Oliver was like, I want this piece.
Did you say that, Oliver?
He did.
I really like this, whole idea.
It's just super elegant in the way that we were just talking about it. We got a really cool video coming out on Percola Reads to, first off, the members, and then much later on to the general public. And we're talking about the encasement of clear glass on something, and the colors look incredible, you know, any which way you're going to put them on the glass, but when you cover it up in clear, it takes it to the magnification station. Start light.
So let's see. I did a little clip, I think a week or so ago, a little short, and it was the Percola Reed in the sun. It was in the afternoon, the way the sun was coming through.
Beautiful.
It was shining brightly. You got your footing tool ready?
Not yet, but I sure will.
Look at that, the perfect assistant reaching in, grabbing the footing tool, shaking off the excess water.
I don't know what orientation you want that in, but it's
Thank you.
slimy.
Well, just how we like it. So in 5 words or more, folks, how would you describe that color? It's a little darker than it will be. There'll be a little more reds in it once it comes out of the box. Should we do a golden foot, Oliver, or a clear one?
Do golden foot. That look nice.
I think gold sounds tight.
The golden foot.
So now I'm keeping this just at the right temperature, knowing that Oliver's going to take at least one, if not 1.5 more heats than he did before.
They're gonna be enough for you?
Then would have been a clear one. That's plenty and perfect.
All right, we are being mindful to walk around and do zooms in because while in the winter it's lovely being in the heat, summer not so much. The camera's like, what are you doing?
It's
And
a
our
sweaty one today.
First sign that it's overheating is when the camera light will go off. So at least we get a little bit of warning.
I think we decided that in these next 3 months, we're going to be adjusting the show times for the sake of the phone lasting.
We were going to do that in housekeeping
Okay.
because I want everyone to listen.
Well, let
Make
me
sure
know
they're
next time.
attached. This is like a crucial point. How many of you close your eardrums?
Can we turn this into the punty for you?
That sounds grand.
It's very easy to stop thinking about what's happening, what's being said when it's a crucial moment, like the foot.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Not to say the most important thing during an action shot.
This looking super nice, dude.
Take a paddle.
Okay.
Yeah, that went on good. Dropped really good. What'd you say, Mom?
Not to talk about the most crucial thing in an
Oh.
action shot. Look at that
I
smoke.
thought you were whistling to him.
I cannot whistle very well. Do we have whistlers out in the crowd? Or do you live in
Nope.
Whistler?
Now, the real question, though, is when you whistle,
Why
do you
work?
whistle in tune or do you whistle off tune? Are you an off tune proud whistler? Because I know a couple of those.
I mean, anything's a tune.
That's kind of how I
That's
feel.
a
Now
good way
you
to
put
put
an
it.
extra layer of stress on it for me.
Thanks, Robin. I was mostly just giving our boy Matt a little bit of a hard time. Champion whistler.
Matt whistles
He's
all
a
the
proud
time.
whistler. He's a proud whistler.
Ever since I got my braces off in high school, I can't.
Your lips just make flapping noises.
Flapping noises.
I just blow air.
I wonder if it's like,
Thank you.
is it the way your teeth are? Like, what makes a good whistler? I am not very good. I can't be loud at all. Did you say you were putting handles on this?
Oh, yes.
Do we have a drawing that we're following?
No, we do not.
Then how does Oliver know what he's doing?
He doesn't.
Did you guys have the secret conversation?
There's no secret conversation.
Nope, we're winging it.
It's just happening in the moment?
I pulled Jake aside pre-show and I said, Jake, is there anything I should know ahead of time? And he looked at me and said, you'll find out.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, I mean, we can only prep as much as we can prep.
I seem to recall last week the prep was kind of treacherous.
Last week,
We prepped all kinds of things.
it was a lot of prep, but sometimes it leads to good things, sometimes it leads to bad things. We did make a really cool tree last week. We're going to make some more of those coming up pretty soon.
June 18th.
June 18th, we'll have some on the show. We got a custom order for one. And
Oh, look at this. Robin's moving closer. Robin and Jeff, they jumped a table.
Robin got cold.
You can always
getting chilly over on that side of the shop.
you can always go grab another fan if you want. Oh, that's true. All right, he's
yeah.
pinching the top, not because he wants like this
Paper
weird
thin.
fluted edge, rather because he wants to cut it off and make it super smooth.
And
It's
Yep.
sharp right now. Those scissors cut glass, but it's sharp, so just heating it up smooths it right out, and then they can continue to stretch it open.
typically when you're opening up a mug or pretty much almost any other vessel, it's really nice to have it be an even walled thickness piece. But I've noticed for these, in a really cool way that makes it a functional but also delicate, most delicious item, is that focusing. Dink, dink, dink.
See, even he has to think at the crucial
That's
moments.
Oh yeah. Might tuck it in a little bit more still, but having this encased and having a thick part on the bottom, it gives it this bottom heavy weight, which is really nice. But then if I only eat up the very top part of that lip and pull it out, it gets thinner and thinner, and it feels really weird pulling it that thin. But when you're drinking champagne out of something like this, you don't want a thick lip on your lip.
So do you guys hear this? He's subtle
Thank you.
hinting. He's got a wedding he's going to this summer, so he made a couple goblets for friends, and he's figured out the proportions by trial and error. And when I say
gonna
trial
tuck it
and
down
error,
one
it
more
could
time, and we
have
still gotta
been
put some
him
handles on it.
taking some of these home and trying them. What was that fancy jack move?
That was the flip around
Wow.
for
Moving
quick
up in the world.
action.
How big handles are you thinking?
I'm thinking like, I was kind of thinking just,
Like a little just
no, I was
Venetian
thinking
style?
like runners, like pincher runners.
While
Okay.
they're discussing that, I'm going to hop over to the table for a
right.
second.
I'll get a big bit. You're gonna pull it out, snip it.
They're going to be
Kind of
like
show
this.
you
Walk
what
the
we
dog.
got going on. Look, it's like a Hawaiian theme back here.
You know?
So fun.
They don't need to be
So
big.
tonight we have some pairs of glasses. We have the Pride mug. We have the golf ball mug. It is not a golf ball in there like a rock. It is a glass golf ball. So that's like the perfect Father's Day gift. We have some other things we're going to talk about, but tonight's question, what's the most creative way you've seen someone use glass as garden art? Now, I know in Michigan, a lot of people go up north, and I'll see those
Beautiful.
metal structures with
Assuming gold.
blue wine bottles turned upside down on them. That might be some way that you've seen garden art. You might have seen someone who took a class here and made one of our garden reeds
That's just the
and
perfect
placed
shape.
it in
Just bring it over
their
and drop
yard.
it.
I know Robin has a gnome in her backyard on her rock sculpture.
Mary says, with the tree that was done last week by Jake, could it be done with multiple different colors, like each bubble's a different color?
Oh, funny that
Mary.
you say that.
You silly goose.
Because,
Steady.
yes, June 18th. You want to watch the June
Pull up.
18th show. We kind of plan these shows out a little bit based on who's here and custom orders that we have. So mark your calendar right now, June 18th, we are doing a multi-bubbled tree.
It's Pride Month.
It can be rainbow colors. It
What
could
do you
be
know?
all different shades of green.
I've been dreaming about the color of trees that we're going to make, and we're going to start the custom order one we're doing is green with a little bit of yellow, hinting at the changing tides and the evolution of the earth every year. And I can imagine beautiful fall red one, brown one,
Jake's
gold
thinking
one,
a red one.
cherry blossom,
'Cause he-
cranberry.
He just bought a Japanese maple.
I did get a
Nice.
Japanese maple, and that's a great comment for the people. How many people out there have Japanese maples in their garden?
5 words or more.
Five words or
I have
more.
a Japanese maple.
That's right.
I have a red Japanese maple. It's
Yes.
in my front yard.
Shall we?
This is going to be my joke tonight.
shall.
What's that? Japanese maple?
No, my joke, 5 words or more.
Oh.
Remember that TV show, Name That Tune? You had to do it like one, what is that
Lift
called?
up?
One thing on the piano. I can name that tune in 3 chords.
Lift
or
up?
3 notes. Yeah, I was a kid, so Bess is looking at me like, what are you
She's
talking
like, what?
about?
I have never heard of that. I've watched Don't Forget the Lyrics.
Don't forget the what?
The lyrics, where you have to fill in the missing lyrics.
Oh,
But
interesting.
not name that tune.
Name that tune. It was like, I could name that tune in 4 notes. Gosh, there's so many music things now. Probably be impossible.
I'd be good at that.
Would you?
Carrie says, my mom has a beautiful one I was just looking at the other day. My dad planted it about 30 years ago. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Carrie, what'd she say?
Carrie said, my mom has a beautiful one I was just looking at the other day. My dad planted it about 20 years ago. 30 years ago. Oliver's grandma says we have a Japanese maple for over 20 years.
Yes.
Oh, where's the Japanese maple? Because I don't know what this looks like.
Short maple tree, thinner leaves, kind of like if you took a big maple tree and made it a bonsai.
And it's
For
super red,
outdoors.
vibrant red leaves, dark red, ruby red,
It's really pretty.
copper ruby red, if you will.
Grams, that's not the one by like the water spout spigot hose. Is it?
Jacqueline says I have 2 dwarf Japanese maples at my front door.
That's what I have, Jacqueline. A dwarf. Let me get one more.
Oh man.
Sorry, dude.
So dwarf and gnomes. No, I thought the color was encased.
Huh?
Isn't the color encased?
It is, but we've got gold in the handles and gold in the foot.
Got it.
And this piece is for sale
No, it's not.
to the members.
There you go. Hello.
I think I saw the forks up there, correct?
Yes.
Gotta have a folk.
You want to be on fork duty or you want to be on torch duty?
I'll torch it. I'll do the torch and stamp because I do want to test out our new knockoff board over here. Yeah.
Oh, you can talk.
Here comes the stamp. Whoosh. Into the new board.
I did notice the new board. What's that about?
Look at that. The reason that I pulled this out, and this is like a vermiculite board almost, I think it's a different little bit of a material, but what?
Look at it. The perfect circle.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
darn
kind
cool.
of
It looks
like an
like
eclipse.
eclipse. But this brick is really nice, but when you're doing a mug or anything, if there's any little chip of glass on here, and we've spent, you spent 25, 30 minutes on a mug, and you got a $150 piece sitting there already made, and you knock it off, and there's one little chunk of glass that touches the lip, and it cracks the lip, and then that crack's gonna spread all the way down through the piece, and the piece is no good. So this is my first test at using one of these that I found in the back room. Dad said we had something back there, so I pulled it out, and it smells a little weird, but
Breathe deep.
we're doing okay.
My
All
mom-
right.
And it's on Monday nights on Fox now.
Which tune?
Name that tune.
Tune.
That show your mom was
It
talking
would be fun just to go back and see the fashions.
Yeah.
Paul, you want me to go over the board real quick?
Yep,
or go
I
over
do.
the table?
Oliver, the Japanese maple is by the brick patio.
I was looking. Yeah. I know which one it is now.
So that's right, folks. It's show number 270. Beautiful board over here. Everything looking great. Handwriting and artistic flair. All that goodness. Oh. I'll just pop over here real quick. Bam. We had an electrical line cut through so that all the way up in the front office, our power and the bathrooms are all down up there. Wi-Fi was down, so we got extension cords blasting through the studio up into the front office. But anywho, we're getting that figured out. It's growing pains of adding a bar into our glass studio. And whilst we get back to the show, Oliver, what do you think of this Pride Month display?
I like it, man. I like all the colors that we get to use, and it's all like the Roy G. Biv colors, so there's like a little bit of OCD for me too.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Roy G.
Roy
Biv,
G. Biv.
OECD, something. Whew.
Yeah. Today's just a lot of acronyms for everybody. Yep. Does everyone know what Roy G. Biv is referring to?
Ruby, indigo, olive.
Olive's the big one. Yup. Yeah, you got it, man.
Can you give
Yellowstone.
him some scale over here?
Give you a little bit
Can
of
you
scale.
just take a shooter right out of that on live television here?
So we can hold this one up. Is it better with the hand behind it at all?
Yeah, it looks nice. Looks
Okay.
really good.
Yeah,
Look
just
at
like
hand.
that. Woo! It's a clean hand.
Table's live right at this moment.
Right at this moment.
Okay. Well, that's Old Yeller with the gold spots, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, numbers 1 through 6 individually, you can buy up to 6 of each of these, and we'll make them to order. We do have a few already pre-made for this show. And then you come up into the set region, and you can buy multiples at a slightly discounted rate. Numbers 10 and 11 are from a show last year that we designed these, and they continue to be made on the website, and obviously a popular item during this month of June.
These
here
mugs are
in the
super
States.
nice.
Super nice, and I love just a clear handle like that with so much going on in the body.
Yeah. No, it really like ties everything together in my opinion.
Friendly reminder that Michelle's going to be going up next on her piece, so I'll just cycle on to number 12 here.
Am I starting or Oliver? Me?
I don't know what you're
Okay,
doing for
I
your
can go.
piece. But numbers 12 and 13, of course you got to represent golfing during Pride Month, folks. And these are always on the website.
Jake takes a lot of pride in his golfing.
There we go. I shot an 81 yesterday. But anywho, beautiful situation.
You shot an 81. How many holes on this course, Jake?
18, brother.
18. That's a good number, man.
But here is our check as well, you guys. We'll get more into that during the housekeeping a little bit later on, but let's take it away, team. Here we go.
Okay. Should I draw it up or should I just start?
I think you should probably just whatever you want to do.
Start. Shape this. Oliver, we're going to do 2 bits. Shape, not color, not pattern.
You picking all this up?
I got it. It's in my head.
Only.
What did I do?
Nothing. You're doing great. Let's go.
I'm going to blow
sorry,
it
I'm
out.
sorry.
You're going to bring me one trail that goes around,
Okay.
size of my thumb, all the way around. Clear.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to pinch it, and then you're going to bring me another trail a little bit bigger because it should be a little wider. In what color did you end up? In the child's blue?
Yep. Children's blue.
Children's blue.
Okay.
So 2 wraps.
You got it.
I think I might take the blue first and then clear. I like that better.
All right, Bess, give us the fun fact of the day.
Let me get back to you on that one.
All right, we'll cycle around. Here's our tool rack, folks.
I do have a fun fact for the day, Jake.
Let's hear
Over
it.
this weekend, I fell into a U.S. history research rabbit hole.
Oh, the rabbit champion.
Yes, and I found out that the reason why we don't import foreign light utility trucks is because we got too good at like farming chickens and raising chickens.
So instead of like moving anything around, we just make them ourselves? Is that what you're saying, or?
No, like we don't like import a whole lot of light utility trucks. Remember like the old school Ford Ranger? That's like just
Yeah.
a little teeny tiny truck. We don't have too many of those nowadays, right?
Yeah, why?
Because we got too good at growing chickens. And there is a whole look up the chicken tax. It's a real thing. I didn't
that's
think
not like
it was
a pun
real.
that I'm not like
No,
catching or
there's no
anything?
pun. It really is that the United States got too good at growing chickens. Therefore, a whole bunch of things happened that led to us not importing as many light utility trucks.
Well, in 5 words or more, you guys better agree or disagree with Oliver here. Let's hear your thoughts on this
It's the
situation.
1963 chicken tax.
That's heavy duty, the chicken tax.
That's what
was
it's
the
called.
chicken tax?
Whoa.
What will you guys blow in here? There's no small molds.
We've been blowing big stuff.
I'll pretend.
So here's a classic move, and it doesn't matter where you put it in the shop, but I would say about 90% of the items we have on our website have a spec product and a spec sheet. to keep us in line, keep us on the same page. There's multiple different people that can make the various different products we have on the website of our team of 4, me, Matt, Oliver, and Brendan. And
Nolan, Mark.
And Nolan and Mark Vandenberg. It's true. We have some other people cycling through. Yeah, you don't want those. But it's very important, especially with Michelle getting in the shop, having something she wants to shoot for, to keep it right on the bench without knocking it over, but to see what she's shooting for, have a visual representation. Today, Matt and Oliver were making pumpkins all morning. They had the orange speck pumpkin sitting right about there on the table. And it looked like they were making perfect pumpkins the whole time, and that's just the way it goes.
It was a good day today.
It
That
looked
box
nice.
is full of pumpkins.
Beautiful.
So, I don't know if you can zoom in and see it.
Oh, I can zoom it.
Talk about why we quench a pipe before we start.
Oh, the pipe quenchage?
Yeah.
Well, this, sometimes my brain, like,
Because I got pipe goo in
well,
there.
I mean, I just pretty much heard myself explain the entire thing over the next 3 minutes, and then I went backwards and was like, what can I trim off of this? And then I was like, kind of had the moment of like, geez, do I really have to explain it all again?
No, there's just pumpkin schmag. If you, pumpkin.
Schmag. There's pumpkin schmag.
Sometimes you get a little pumpkin schmag on the pipe.
What she's referring to is that when there's leftover bits of glass or color, or oftentimes it's actually eroding pipe metal off the end of the pipe. And when we're really quenching the pipes, which is something I was going to mention to you a little bit earlier, Oliver, quenching them and dunking them while they're hot and whatnot, we'll talk about that later, but
I'm in trouble.
Oh,
making
you
the
did it
pipes
now.
hotter and colder erodes them quicker, and that happens from various different products that we can use, and inevitably it's going to happen. It's like a block bucket back there. The blocks that we use, they're not a piece of equipment that lasts forever. They're getting really hot, they're cooling down, and we're using them over and over throughout the day. So I know that this particular pipe and one other one of the red pipes that we have are really corroded on the tip, and the more corroded they are, the more surface area there is for them to heat up really fast and pull off a little bit of metal into the glass. And so that's just not a good situation most of the time, and Michelle's dealing with it.
I'm dealing with it. Because the shape of this particular piece, I don't want to trim it. So I did my neck a little lower than I normally would. All right, that looks good.
Can you just cut the end off, Jake, and just use a little bit of a shorter pipe?
That's what I've been contemplating doing with those two that are kind of like that.
Sandblasting it and grinding it.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with grinding them down is they're just going to get smaller and smaller. They're already the small pipes. So I did think we might chop off a 1/4 inch.
And the last time I bought a pipe, it was like $125, or that's...
And that was probably like 20 years
1902.
ago. Yeah, they're expensive now.
Yeah. All right, so let's do the blue
It's
bit.
insane.
Okay, and you want that thumb-sized.
Thumb size, that's got to go all the way around this.
So Michelle's got a really nice clear bubble there too, which it's not easy to blow out a symmetrical clear item. It's oftentimes, it shows when you work with clear, it shows the discrepancies in the material a lot more. It shows any strands of color coming from the pipe. So, especially because she cut that neckline down further down, it's actually a really nice looking shape.
So I just went to Petoskey, Michigan, and went to this cooking store where they had a bunch of Simon Pierce glass. And Simon Pierce is in Vermont, and we tried to go last year, but they had a storm and the store washed away, or like something washed away. But Simon Pierce mostly uses clear, and it amazed me how excited people were over the clear, because here we tend to use a lot of color. So I'm going to do a blend of the two. I'm
getting a quick catch up on the comments here. I'd like to point out that Sharon asked for a little more detail if I could show where the pumpkin was sitting on that table. And Mary's wondering if she can buy the bottle of whiskey next to number 1.
I know. I'm not sure if we're supposed to have alcohol on the show like that. But
So
I
let's
went
just
with
keep
it.
that on the DL. But what's up, Teresa?
That's my mom.
Nice.
Oh, seriously? Hi, Bess Mom.
Elisa's watching. What up, Elisa? Got the whole family on the show. Jacqueline wants a vase similar to the champagne flute we made. Jacqueline, if I remember your style, that color does seem to be what you'd be interested in.
Ugh. Couldn't get it all the way around. Yes, sir.
And you guys, I don't know if we
Fading.
asked where everybody's watching from. I see a couple mentions, but if you guys are out of the country, if you guys are watching currently on the show, watching live, let us know that. Say live and where you're watching from. And
In
if you guys
5
are
words or
watching
more.
after the fact, say after the fact.
Replay.
I watched.
Watching from Poland.
Yeah. And then let us know where you're watching from.
Poland. Replay. Oh, we need one more word. Watching replay from.
So, Michelle, what inspired this piece? Because the bottom of this looks pretty gear-like.
Because I'm a gearhead.
Is there some inspiration behind this, or did this just come to you in
The
a
train
dream?
station is opening.
The Ford one, downtown?
Yep.
That's pretty darn cool.
But
What a
the
beautiful
real
building.
reason I'm doing this is because I've been doing some research on videos, and I watched this particular video, which I didn't think was super fantastic at all. And I wanted to try. I was like, maybe I'm missing something, because in the pieces on film, it didn't seem like superstar status. So I just kind of wanted to try it.
Yeah, this is one of the most beautiful colors. I missed the name of who said that, but one of the most beautiful colors to work with while it's hot, that children's blue. It glows pink, comes all the way down to blue. Beautiful trail. Way to bring it, Oliver. Way to whip it, Mom.
Rip it real good.
I will say that Detroit is looking incredible, folks. For those of you that are coming to visit, for those of you that have never been, Detroit is up and coming like you can't even imagine. The train station, like Michelle mentioned, is opening up. We also have the new tallest building in the downtown area being built. I think it's taller than the GM Center, but that's where the new GM headquarters is going to be, or so I hear.
We just had the Grand Prix here.
Just had the Grand Prix, Memorial Day weekend. Belle Isle was popping. It's a beautiful city. We're proud to be here, about 15 minutes outside of Detroit. Call this the Little D, Dearborn, Michigan.
So here's the deal.
The
Did
D,
it do
the
what
deal?
I wanted? It kind of did, but the trail should have been bigger, maybe.
Thicker
because-
and hotter.
Yeah, I just didn't have enough time.
And it's tough getting into the rhythm after not blowing glass for maybe since a week now, to just jump in and know the temperature of the glass, know how it's going to drip on there, get familiar with the tools and how long you're going to have with them.
Woo.
See how that's not even blue anymore? Here it comes
It kind of
again.
reminds me, I'll have you take that cup before I knock it
Yep.
over. Yep. Reminds me of a crown.
Totally.
Like if I put 2 eyeballs on it.
Absolutely. So here comes the flip around. She sticks it on there tenderly as the train goes by, no distractions.
Think.
If you could have seen how we blew glass with a steel processing factory next to us, there are no distractions.
I mean, this past, what was that, Thursday or Friday? I think it was Thursday.
Go slow.
I
please.
just showed you guys that
I put a little
hole
too
in the
much
ground
water on
back
it.
here, and they had the cement
Thank you.
No problem.
wheels or blades down here cutting into the 4 or 5 inch thick cement, and then they had the jackhammer going all day from 8 to 4 while we were working, and we had earplugs in. It was serious. So while she heats up that top half, I'm going to show you guys once more. This is a specialty Pride Month run of shot glasses that we did specific to this show. Obviously, you don't have to purchase the whole rainbow. Get yourself a set and represent. Grab yourself a mug, represent. We're going to be doing a collaboration on our third week in the month. Our monthly charity show is going to be with the Ruth Ellis organization.
They don't know it yet.
They don't know it yet, but if you're watching tonight, I know a couple of you guys do, then check your email.
Excuse me, Jake.
Pardon me.
I didn't want
she's
to trim
working
it, so I puffed it.
That's a really cool looking shape like that.
When you said gearhead, I've got an idea, so I might have to try another piece,
Cool.
but we'll see.
Carol said you're talking about the old train station and a train went by. Perfect.
That does seem quite fitting.
I found my fun fact for you, Jake.
Beautiful.
Isn't Thomas the Train coming to the Henry Ford too?
That wasn't
Thomas
my
the
fun
Train?
fact.
Maybe we should have done a train show.
I don't know anything about that
They
guy.
normally have him at Greenfield Village like once or twice a summer for a little.
Oh, maybe that was
ride.
like an
The
April
real
or
Thomas?
something.
The real Thomas.
Wow.
That wasn't my fun fact.
I was
but-
going to say, I can't believe you
No.
came up with that one, Bess.
My fun fact is
Yes?
Benjamin Franklin
Oh,
Yes?
boy.
is the husband of the sister-in-law of my 8th great grand uncle.
And she drops the phone.
Better than a mic drop.
Incredible. Well, remember that one, folks. Distant cousins to who again?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin is the husband of the sister-in-law of my 8th great grand uncle.
I don't know what
figures
that
this
looks
stuff
like on
out?
a tree,
Yeah, we got to put that on a tree.
but I know he was good at flying kites.
Okay, off.
I specifically texted my mom to pull that for me.
That's incredible.
Well, I think
Glad you got her.
I was influenced by Robin's rocks glass because it looks more like a rocks glass than a wine glass.
It's a really cool looking piece, though, I got to say.
I like it.
I like it very much. I like the clear.
I've got an idea for the gear.
Inspired by the 1963 chicken tax.
The chicken tax.
Oh, I didn't. We can stamp it underneath.
We got
Yep.
some great news from Donald, either coming to my inbox or coming to the show. I'm sure everyone would love to hear it. Sounds like it's about Detroit. Let's watch this color change on the inside of this since we got a clear glass. Look at it go.
Look at it go.
Just look at it, folks. Just look at it. Whomever had asked, I can't remember your name in the moment, whoever had asked what the price was of the shot glasses, both this item and those shot glasses are featured. Oh, brother. Good grab. Our featured product table, our virtual gallery here on our Tuesday night Gathering Point show is
All of
on the
shot-
Glass Academy
Did we
website.
ask about a price?
Yes.
Shot glasses are 48. The sets are 82. The mugs are either 128 or 138, depending on what you're looking at.
Let's see if I can. Oh, phone's hot, which means the LED is not coming on. But you can get a good gander at those honeys right there. Shot glasses. Check them out on the website. As much as we like to spend time showing off these products to you here, our time is better spent with the hot molten magma. So you can go to our sweet pictures we took and take a look and purchase there on the website. Help support our show and the education and all the goodness. And Michelle's coming back into the mold region here.
I
She's
seem
looking
to
for
recall
something.
a gear. You recall that?
I do recall that.
So we could cast into the gear and make a glass that's like a gear. But I'm not seeing it.
Well, you could look for it while I start up my piece, perhaps.
Yes.
We'll take it back out of the metal shop. Beautiful area, though. Sorry if you guys got dizzy there. Taking it through, taking it through. And we're going to get back to the action here.
Oh, you guys came back. You went on a field trip and we didn't know where you went.
A little field trip. We're back.
Hey, Jake, I want to let you know I grabbed that new knockoff thing that you got,
Uh-oh.
and we've got some snowman-looking action.
I know right where I'm setting the third one here.
You got to do a square goblet.
Son of a gun.
Sorry, buddy. It's what the people want.
Oh, gosh.
Do we want to talk about the timing of the show while we have a second?
Yeah, we can.
You gonna break it down for them?
Yeah, so what we have decided is that in the months of June, July, and August, is that correct, Michelle?
Yep.
All right, so June, July, and August, our shows are going to be a little bit shorter. It gets very, very hot here in the hot shop. And so, one, to help save our staff from sweating to death, as well as our equipment, we are doing a hour and a half show during the summer instead of a 2-hour show. So we will be streaming from 6 to 7:30 throughout June, July, and August. And then when the fall comes back around, when it cools down, then we will be back to our 2-hour show. So we'll be starting today at 7:30 instead of 8 o'clock, just so you guys know.
Very nice.
It's just in Bess.
Yes.
Good thing Robin's here because she's got that extra set of eyes and ears on things. Next week is Creature Show.
Is what?
Creature Show.
Yeah.
Creature Show will be a full 2 hours.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we got a lot to do.
Creature Show is probably gonna be more than 2 hours.
Yeah, and
We got a lot of
You
creatures.
can follow him now. We, there's so many things going on in the summer, and it's just not worth the camera burn outage and all those different things. But we will be back in the fall with all kinds of goodies,
Hey Mom,
and we'll have other videos.
would you be willing to put on another coat of pink and then a coat of ruby so I could draw this on the floor for him real quick? Yeah, I've been hit it on the marver. So you just, yep, exactly. Thank
Oliver,
you.
did you know that rubber bands last longer if they're refrigerated?
That checks out. It preserves them. Like fresh fruit.
If you guys have a fun, random fun fact that's 5
We
words
could do
or
one
more, put it in the
was that
chat.
2 coats of pink? Yeah, that's fine. All right, here's the pipe. Here's the bubble that's being blown.
Is this a
And
step-by-step drawing?
kind of. We're gonna put a little Maurice here.
Okay.
Then we're gonna drop a bubble. See if I can step by step that too. It's gonna be like
bubble.
this.
Check the
It's
moil
too detailed
size.
because you're losing heat.
Bloop. Drops right on. Cut it. Flare it open. Cut this one. Flare it open. And we got a martini glass on the floor. Thank you very much. Inspired.
Double-sided martini glass.
The double flipper, flip
Slammer.
around, slammer, inspired by last week's bubble tree. Oliver's never dropped a blown foot before. I feel like you have, though.
I've dropped a blown foot. I've never prepped a blown foot
Ah, yes.
because we've done the bubble trees.
That's right.
The bubble
well,
holiday
that's not
trees.
dropping a blown foot. That's dropping a bubble.
Well, same thing?
Maybe.
I don't know. You tell me.
All right. Take this opportunity.
I'm going to do some swirlage back here.
Let's see over an inch thick. Not thick, wide.
It's perfect for flowers.
Yeah, some of them are pretty narrow. I mean, shot glasses traditionally are wide, so you can like slam it. The reason I like these is that they are more narrow, and maybe that's not, maybe that's too, like a fern leaf or a hosta leaf on this table. My set of these are gonna couple. They're beautiful. So that was number 6. And I'll take that and go assist.
It's the truth that all of our glass functions as non-drinkware items on top of being for drinkware. 2 coats of a bright bubblegum pink, 1 coat of a deep Merlot red,
Burgundy.
burgundy.
Run, Burgundy.
That's nice. Burgundy.
What if you went into a wine store and said, I'd like to buy a Burgundy?
I don't know what would happen.
They'd be
I
like,
just don't know.
okay, crazy lady, we're out of here.
So I'm taking a note out of Michelle's book here and going with clear on the rest of the body. So in attempting this new style of drinkware, it could get a little haphazard. But what are you going to do?
Talking to him.
This will be a great visual of the bubble. Hopefully there's no goo coming off the pipe here.
Pipe goo is no fun, but it's a reality.
Is it coming?
Glass blowers have pipe goo trauma.
Almost feel like there could be some sort of like prescription ad on TV for pipe goo.
Do you have pipe goo?
And it just pans over everybody living their lives, smiling, playing baseball, throwing the frisbee, walking their dog, eating with their family.
You thinking about like a Gooby Gone commercial?
No, thinking about a prescription drug commercial. But we don't need to get in trouble with the pharmaceutical industry either, so let's just shut that down, folks.
Yeah, take that Tylenol.
Bloweth?
All right. When he goes back to the glory hole, I have the Sophietta with me.
That's so funny. Keep it coming.
And the question is, which is the real
Beautiful.
Sophietta?
Oh, that's nice.
We've got Sophietta
Maurice.
A, Sophietta B.
Number
Hello.
2.
You're already getting bigger. Which is the real Sophietta?
Which
What was
Sophietta
that?
do you
Remember the
think
dating
is
show?
cuter, viewer?
Where they're like, which is the real John Smith? And they'd have 3 people. That was before my time. I'm the real John Smith. I've done this, this, and this. No, I'm the real John Smith. All right, back to the action.
Let's go a little bigger.
Maybe not
I
back to
thought
the
you said
action.
Maurice.
We kind of want it to be
Sophietta's
like a
getting
landing
super
pad.
active.
It's a big Maurice.
Got it.
Miss Troublemaker. She's not trouble at all. She's just active cat, which is what we want.
You kind of got to give it something stable to land on. I think if it was bubble on bubble, I would have a really hard time getting a crisp line that would look intentional. So we're going to drop, you can start on the swirl, starting to see that ruby coming out. We're going to drop a little bit bigger of a clear patty.
Jigger. What's a giant jigger?
I think that has something to do with drinking. That's perfect, thank you.
We are having Kevin. He's coming in the fall. He just wrote a book, a drink mixologist.
Kevin, local mixologist.
It's going to be amazing.
Give me some wax.
She's under. I see her.
All good.
Well, fine then.
That was
All
just
right.
beautiful.
Blown foot.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to do 2 coats of pink, 1 coat of ruby on the bottom, swirl it up real good.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're doing a blown foot on the foot.
Pretty big bubble. This is like basically dropping a cup top onto this. So we're talking a little bigger than a golf ball, small pipe.
We talked about.
These are the points where it would be way more efficient for me to take over and do this and show Oliver the way, but he knows the way at this point. So now's the time where he's going to just do it
golf
on
ball.
the show. And you guys are going to see him, and we're going to see what happens. We can always deny it if we need. These are expensive colors, so it's an interesting trial run. But this is the evolution of a glass blower.
That's a little.
That's perfect size.
Did you guys all
right,
catch
do you
that?
want?
I would marver it and then shoot for just color on the bottom half.
Jake was being all quiet. It's a great shot.
Not just the tip, the bottom half.
Yeah, mostly just the tip, I'd say. Because it creeps up quick.
It's so bizarre watching.
The cat leave the back door?
I
That
don't
is
think
pretty
so.
bizarre. Nothing like getting
Fine.
that stressed out during the
2
show.
coats of pink,
Yes, please.
1 coat of the Merlot.
Coat of Merlot. Coat of Merlot. Coat of Merlot.
Cabernet,
Sounds kind of cool.
Merlot.
Pinot. I've been getting into wine recently. I haven't been drinking very much. And when I have been drinking, a glass of wine is pretty enjoyable. And now we're getting into white wine territory. Does anybody out there drink wine? And if so, what's your preference?
We just went to Petoskey, or I did,
Sparkling.
and we went to 2 different wineries, and they're talking about Michigan wines. There's so many wineries in Michigan. I had no clue.
It's wine country, and I gotta say, on top of what we just said about Detroit and what you're talking about, that's looking great, Oliver. The roads are all getting paved. Everything's looking really clean and amazing around here, and it was never my end goal to be back in Michigan this early. But man, I'm happy I'm in Michigan. It looks great. It's a beautiful state. And there's a lot of other beautiful states out there. I know you all just put them in the chat a minute ago, but we do love it here. We love it if you come visit, come kick it with us in our gallery, especially when we got the bar open. Come have a cocktail.
Beverage
We'll show you
counter.
how cool Michigan is.
Oh yeah.
We're calling it the beverage counter because not everyone drinks.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have all kinds of things. You know, we're going to be serving coffees. We're going to be serving orange juice. We're going to be serving
You want this
liquor.
They
vortex
did.
up?
She went outside.
Let's swap. I'll do the triple twist. That could use like a 60% flash.
Sophietta made a run for the door. They found her in the alley.
She went outside. We tricked her. We got her.
She didn't come in for her curfew.
Alrighty.
There you are.
Were we
you.
talking about sweet wines? Because I've got a lot of comments about sweet wine.
No, but it sounds like that's the general consensus. I asked everybody what their favorite wine was.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I've
like
got
sweet
Heather
wine.
says sweet wine. Donald says Sweet Revenge is my favorite. Rebecca says white wine, specifically Riesling. Carrie says, Jake Nordine, who are you? Wine now?
Ah!
From gin to tequila to wine, Carrie's been watching it all.
Busted.
Patty says Grand Traverse Riesling. Laurel says Pink Moscato. Jody says Miomi Pine Noir from Cali. Sharon says white in the summer, usually a Pinot red in the fall, and winter usually a Merlot. Pam says Pinot Noir or a nice cab.
Did anybody say witch's brew?
No.
No. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Sue says one that I don't know that I can pronounce.
Sweet, give it a shot.
It's definitely like German or something.
No one said
Sweet.
sangria. I do like in the summer a nice sangria.
It's GE
Good.
WURZ
Jawiz.
TRAMIER.
Oh, Jawiz Arts?
I can't keep that many letters in my head.
Yeah, everyone knows Jawiz Arts.
Thank
Leave
you
it
for
like
that,
a little bit
Oliver.
of thickness on the bottom, like Marver, maybe one cylinder, and then blast it.
And back to the glass blowing.
I know my mom likes a good sweet Riesling.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
I
I'm
boiled
just
down.
on live
Level it down.
television. You don't have to do this
Oh,
to me.
brother. I don't know.
I boiled
Better
down
power
some
pop it.
rhubarb.
Oh, that is.
And I added sangria wine to it to sweeten it up.
Just get that hot again. How
Yeah.
about that?
Sounds
Like an
great.
interesting combo.
Right? Instead, I didn't have any apples. But actually, it's still kind of tart, so I'm going to add some ginger to it.
Ah, so here we are, folks.
Just
Here we
waiting
are.
for a blow cap.
You know, that was one of the comments in the viral video from a different country. It takes that long to make one glass.
Yeah, it's true.
Heather said it's pronounced like you're saying girls are meaner.
Girls are meaner. It's the girls are meaner.
Girls are meaner.
Girls are meaner.
Girls are meaner.
They are pretty mean sometimes.
It can be.
That?
There it is.
Woo-woo!
Give it a puff and a swing, and I'll neck it right down.
Donald said Witch's Brew is his October Halloween wine.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right, Donald.
Mary says wine in a box, drink straight from the spout.
Okay. All right. Rip it up deep. Get in there deep, and when you swing it, when you bring it, let it really hang for a sec.
After this piece, we will show off tonight's giveaway. Last
Do you
week we
want to
did
come
run
on my
out of town.
left side so that I'm
Out
not
of
screwing it
town?
right in
Out
front of the
time.
van?
Time.
No, that'll be okay.
I swear the
Okay,
heat
and
makes
I'm
you
ready.
say funny things.
Oh my gosh, it's like I'm paying attention to them and I forget what I'm saying because I'm just like getting lazy.
Blow. Beautiful.
So the color is reversed on that one?
No, the color's the same, but this Merlot is almost like a clear. It turns transparent, and right about like, it's probably like 1200 degrees where it starts to change. It takes pretty much until you started doing that close-up shot a minute ago until that actually started to look like it looks. That was nice, Oliver. Oh, God.
I didn't even know
It's okay, you can take it back.
I didn't know that there was a door in that room.
And also,
Will you bring those skinny boys back out again?
Yeah.
Maybe give them a quick torch.
Give me 1 second here now. Come on. You just want them waxed up real good, or just...
Thank you. Gotcha. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love these. These are for me. These are making my ornament ones, ornament babies, or real tight goblet jacks. It's kind of thick, so let's see what happens. That'll do.
Some people who do that move with the tweezers knocking off the glass like that, it's like Shaq at the free throw line. They just don't have like as much success with it as you want. But some people, when they do it, they get it every time. I'll let you decide who I am.
Well, we did, what was that product that we just did? Oh, the new style of mugs. Spent the whole half day doing those, and Oliver was stepping up to that free throw line quite frequently. He was getting fouled left and right. All right. We're going to go for the opening here. 1 sec.
Sorry, we made 2 stations.
On there. That's good.
Deanna's been on the move. She went to the lounge
Jesus, Murphy.
and discovered Robin's cake. I don't know if anyone's mentioned that. Robin's going to be gone for 2 months, so we made her a little cake today and had a little party. And apparently Sophietta wanted cake too.
On there.
So she's liking it. Those kitty treats don't seem to be doing it for her though. Maybe we should pretend we're eating them.
No, she's all
You
for
haven't
snacking
been
people
eating
food.
them?
I haven't, but I'll start now. So now I'm really bothered by where we saw that gear.
1 second. Okay. Nice and correct.
The trumpet feet are really difficult to do.
Yeah, this is not what I was really planning on doing at all.
No, but that's okay. The trick now is when you do the punny, you got to roll the punny on the brick so it doesn't stick to the side. So it's got to be like a narrower punty, and it goes way up in there. Looking good. Kind of looks like a UFO taking off from the ground, and that's like its propulsion.
All right.
So there's quite a few different things going on. The reason that this isn't working out
Make
the
sure
way
your
that
mic's
I'd
on.
imagined, huh?
Make sure your mic's on.
Good call. I think it is, but yes, thank you. Good call.
Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. That's very
It's
wise
kind
and
of like
important.
when you're watching a play on Broadway and you just go through it. You don't stop and tell the audience. You're just like, hey.
No, it's different because we're educating the people, and it's completely wonky down here for multiple different reasons. The first one being
What's it remind you of?
Jellyfish.
Yeah, it does.
When I was a kid, on my bike, I had one of those little horns. that
You're right.
Oh, yeah. The meat.
It's a familiar shape for sure. Understood. Those are the mom things that happen. So he's going with it, turning it into a fluted edge. You know, anytime you do Van Gogh pattern, it's really difficult for it to hold its shape.
that's one of those reasons right there.
100%.
That color
If it
pattern.
were like a round, solid Van Gogh ball in the side of it,
Push
but
back on.
It's kind of tight. I don't know. We kind of fixed it. I mean, obviously that wasn't the plan, but having something kind of asymmetrical and tweezed out and kind of frilly on the bottom kind of goes with this pink and ruby platform shape.
Looks like one of those long dresses that like just touch the floor.
I love those dresses.
I saw you wearing one the other day.
Sharon says, I'm liking how it's looking. Mary says, Jake doesn't like it, does he? He's being quiet.
Yeah.
you think
I'm
you
actually
know
back in
him.
it now. I focused up and settled down, and now I'm actually really digging it.
Bonnie says,
wanna-
that's beautiful.
Really narrow punty on like a mini.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on a mini, really narrow, just like Michelle said. Give it the dirt.
Give it the dirt.
Pull out the softest brick you got and bring it right here, and I'll scratch it up a little bit, and you just make the punny, and on your last marber, make the punny, take a flash on it, and roll it once at a nice 45, so there's just a little bit of
Just a
hot
little
glass
bit on
at the
tip.
end.
Yeah.
While I have the opportunity to mention it here, today is the last day that Loyalty League is open to join the Loyalty League membership level. So if you were thinking about it, it does close after today. So remember, we have our two different levels of our membership. We have our $8 a month Star Supporter, and we have our $48 a month our Loyalty League. And you guys get so many amazing benefits through both of those. But the Loyalty League is not open year-round to join. Only the Star Supporters is. So I do have a QR code in the bottom left corner of the screen. If you are thinking about joining Loyalty League, it does close after midnight tonight. So I'm not quite sure when it will reopen. We are only opening it once in a while, usually about 3 or 4 months. It won't
4
open.
times a year.
So Michelle says it opens 4 times a year. So after it closes tonight, it's not going to open again for a little bit.
3 months.
Yeah, and our creature show next week, we're starting to film our pre-Loyalty League videos and whatnot. Loyalty League members do get first access to all the one and done specialty shows and whatnot.
As well as the warmer-upper for every show you get first dibs on. Speaking of which, the warmer-upper champagne flute is live from today's show. So if you were
Beautiful.
interested in that from the beginning of the show.
I thought I heard the S word
Loyalty
coming out of your
League
mouth.
was emailed a link to purchase that.
And you also get the Loyalty League Facebook page.
An amazing Facebook page, only available
Take a quick
to
flash,
members of the Loyalty League. You
hit
get
that edge,
to
and let's
see
do it.
behind-the-scenes things. You get to see thoughts from Michelle's mind throughout the day.
Ah!
You get to see special pictures of Edda when I'm working in the office.
Yep, Bess posts on there. Sometimes when something happens, what I like about this group is I'm able to just jump on the show and share a thought. I don't have to create a blog. I don't have to find the pictures.
we
I don't
touch the
have to
sides at
go
all, or
through
we good?
MailChimp
Can you look
to
in there?
send out the email. I can just jump on that Facebook page and share a thought.
Yeah, we're touching aside.
Touching aside?
Right.
But it's got the brick on it. It should be fine.
No. We're gonna see what happens, folks. You ready for it? Gotta get it off.
Yeah.
So the concern is when you go in so deep, it changes the heat structure. So
Thank you.
basically when he opens this, he's gonna
I
have
think he'll
like
break off
one
okay.
chance to open it. By the time he gets it hot enough, he's gonna wanna
Think
flare
so?
it open
We're
and
gonna
be
see.
done. Because he can't really flash the punny. It's inside of that glass. Does that make sense?
This
Let me
one's
see.
gonna have a story, folks. If this one makes it off the pipe, it came from far and it went through much.
So just give it lots of
some-
love. 5 words or more. Tell us why Jake will make this piece work.
Yeah. Perseverance,
That's one word.
power, strength, mojo,
3, 4.
and symmetry.
There you go.
And that's
Carrie
how we do
says
it.
this one is so interesting to watch.
Who said that?
Carrie.
Carrie?
Jake,
this is
just
different.
tune out all the external noise you're hearing, all the commentary. Just focus on your Rocky Balboa montage music.
Yeah, I
And
do need some pump-up music.
worst case scenario, color will be saved as an ugly vase.
That's the truth. All right.
You're pushing the limits.
Me?
Yes. I tried to
Oliver,
subtly
would
hint.
you quit pushing the limits?
I was just like, you have one chance to open that. The longer it's on that punny, the less it's coming off.
I need that punny to get ice cold. Because I wanted to put handles on it originally, but handles would be a breaking point with how much work that we just put on that foot, pulling it down and pushing it back and tightening it up. That whole center area is sound and super melded together. So honestly, if I just rip this open and let that punny get real cold on the bottom, the only place it could break is by busting a hole in the side of the foot. Yes, please.
Rip it open like an envelope.
Yes. It's good.
Carrie says, I wonder how this is going to come off the pipe.
All right, that's not
So
good.
are we. So are
Maybe we could get another paddle up here, a smaller one,
Yep.
so I'm not like.
Yeah, very carefully.
Double
the freaking-
paddle.
All right, the punny
We might need to get a
inside-
double paddle bit of mojo. The problem
Let's
with it
torch today.
being stuck on one side is as I'm spinning it faster and faster, I can't spin it too fast. It's pushing it off center. So it's just, we had it straight for a second, and by the time I turned it 3 times to open it up, it was back off center again.
How many of you really spin your goblets when they're on the table?
I do.
You might not. And then you
Thank
could just
you.
think you had too many glasses of
working it.
wine if it's not even.
Beautiful. That's cool.
You're a champion.
Gotta do it one more time.
All right.
One last time. I'm gonna use the paddle to straighten it once on the foot. Open it up a hair more.
You want me on the foot or on the lip?
I'll have you right on my lip right now.
It's kind of like the church chalice. When you go up to do communion, or like a Harry Potter chalice.
Goblet of fire.
Well, there's no getting any water on it, that's for sure. Would you
But
fire
what if you
me
had
up
a
here?
big eyedropper?
Big eyedropper?
I think it's just
Oh,
going to come
a
off.
nice metal eyedropper. Just get in there and give it a little 2-drop and chop.
As a reminder, next week is our creature show, so we've got
You want
lot
a,
of really amazing
stamp
things
bit?
coming up for you guys.
Going right
next
in here.
You're
week.
gonna go stamp right in there.
Loyalty League members do get a first look at everything. So again, if you're, woo, that just broke more.
Nice.
Watch out for that, Bess.
Yeah, rock is still intact, but the glass shattered right as I was talking.
Rock one.
Last day to sign up for Loyalty League if you were wanting to get that first look at the creature show next week, as well as some other amazing benefits. Our giveaway question from last week was, Hold on, I lost my page.
God,
You know what? Why don't
put
you
my
tell them what
brain in
this
a
week
twister.
is, because we'll break
No,
this
that's-
off and then we'll come back.
Yeah, so next week, or this week's giveaway question is, what's the most creative way you've seen someone use glass as garden art? So you're going to send your answer for
Watch
that
this.
to enews@glassacademy.com. Love to see your answers in the chat. Does not get you entered to win. You do have to send your answers to enews@glassacademy.com. If you really love us and you would like to be nice to us and Donna, please make sure your name is in your email as well.
Be nice to Donna.
Please be nice to Donna. We like Donna.
Be nice to Donna.
Our giveaway question from last week was, what book or audiobook have you read that changed
All right.
your world? And we'll do the giveaway in a second.
We're going to knock it off.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing we can do except for hit the pipe. So here we go. Do we got a bonker over there?
I will make sure there's a bonker over there.
I got this one right here.
That's a pal bonker. I got a clean one. Thank gosh the camera wasn't on me. Perfect little tippy taps.
Hey!
I think it's good to go. I'm going to grab like
Success.
this guy instead.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
And off he goes, running to the other end of the shop because we never have the annealer on this side of the shop on.
Oliver, when you said tippy taps, it reminded me of my cat.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, when
Hoppa.
she like prances around, she's doing little tippy taps.
Oh, I got you. I
That was
got
a
you.
funky one.
All right, I will show the giveaway item.
So we've got a fun leaf. I believe Donna called it the beautiful transparent leaf on the giveaway this week.
It's awesome. It's kind of the same reds that he was just using.
A lot of people have been asking for a new style of leaf. We have been experimenting with these in multiple different ways for different purposes. And so this would be really nice to put with a pumpkin display or just display on its own. The question was, what book or audiobook have you read that changed your world? A lot of different answers. We had Chronicles of Narnia, The Hobbit. We had Steal Like an Artist. A lot of answers for the Bible, stories and poems by Edgar Allan Poe, Indian in the Cupboard. My personal favorite, first grade reader, because the book taught me how to read.
That's so funny. I wonder if that's the one that was at Greenfield Village.
So our winner is Linda Mayberry. So congratulations.
Yay.
Linda, the beautiful transparent leaf. That's a nice descriptive word.
So you're going to get an
Beautiful.
email from Donna letting you know how to claim your beautiful transparent leaf.
And I know we talked about ending a half hour early. We've got 5 minutes till the 7:30. So since it's the first show that we talked about doing this and we sprung the idea on you in our sweat and in our summertime mojo, Oliver's going to whip up a shot glass of this similar design and style for the giveaway for today. Last week we're giving away this leaf. Congrats, Linda. Next week, if you guys enter to win, Bess just told you all the information. Oliver's going to have you a shotty real fast.
All right, so we have multiple contests going on at the same time, and I think you can tell us the winner of the other one. This was a poll that we did online. It had about 6 questions, and we chose one person for a class for 2.
So their answer was, what was the question was?
Something about classes. There were
Okay.
6 different questions.
So their answer was, I love the hands-on and the color option. Sometimes how much you get to do depends on the person you have assisting, but I like having the tour of the facility, which is really fun actually as a tour guide to be able to give you guys a tour and kind of let you in on some secrets and some fun facts and to kind of give you the behind-the-scenes tour. It's one of my favorite parts. But said we like to see a little bit more of the hot shop itself, so maybe we can work on incorporating that somehow.
Yeah, in the summer we might do a tour like that.
Absolutely. So congratulations to Brianne
Yeah.
Catlin. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Class for 2. That's like over $300 value.
Absolutely. So you're going to get an email from Donna as well on how to redeem that. One more piece of housekeeping here while Oliver's getting started is from our charity show. Here, I'll trade you.
Best
We've got
Buddies.
our giant big check for $49 to Best Buddies, so that will be going to them.
So that's $49 to Best Buddies. We talked about it all 2 weeks ago during our charity show. We're looking and aiming to do one of these every third week of the month. And we're open to suggestions of charities. We have ours picked out for Pride Month here coming up this month, a couple weeks from now. And you know how we do it. You let us know in the notes when you purchase that week. We cut a check. It's a beautiful thing.
You know,
And
when
we
I used to
appreciate all your
get like
support.
a little sad, $49, that's not much. But the reality is the exposure, this video stays on YouTube forever. And it will always be on there, and you never know when someone needs to see that show.
That's the truth, and it's more than just the monetary value. It is the show, it's the awareness, it's talking about the organization, but the money does help, and we appreciate you guys, the folks that did purchase that night and donated to those guys and made them aware to the people.
Absolutely. I do have that giveaway question for this week on the screen for you one more time, and that is, what's the most creative way you've seen someone use glass as garden art? So you're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com with your name in the email, please. That's super helpful. If you'd like to win, we want to know who you are. Oliver is off to a fantastic start here to make our giveaway piece that you will win. He's working on a shot glass. Is that correct, Oliver?
Yeah.
Just like
All
this
right.
red one on the bench, except I don't know what his colors are. I know there
I
was
think I heard
gold in
Oliver
there.
say air.
Yeah, air.
I know it has
Tighten 'em
gold
up a
in it,
little.
and it looks like it's got the blue.
A little bit of blue, a little bit of iris. Blue.
Just so you guys know,
Might
if you
need
were
some
interested
heat.
in either the wine glass that Michelle made or the pink and ruby chalice that the boys just worked on, I am working on
Mic
getting
pack
those
error.
posted right now for you. And then that warmer upper that was available to Loyalty League members only is still available as well.
Gathering point page, glassacademy.com. Got a little inspo for next week over here we'll get to in a second.
All right, blue. Good.
And just came by and picked up one of her rocks, and it cracked like an egg. Who knew hot glass would make rocks crack? That
right,
sounds like a
both
myth
the-
buster.
The gear wine glass and the pink and ruby chalice that they just worked on are both live.
Nice. I like that, Bess. Look at the questions right there.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. Very nice.
So Oliver's working this thing into place. He's got a really nice straight wall situation. He's focusing his heat just on the bottom. And Mom, would you go on that side and give him a cap so that
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
we can get the triple team special
A straight wall situation.
with vigor here?
New paddles always give a bunch of smoke. Whoosh.
Swell.
Smells really good though.
Clear
Taking
foot.
a flash.
Here's what you see when
Oh,
you're an
these do
assistant.
take a clear foot.
It's the low boy.
And you're going to use the tag on the side, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're an assistant, you're in this position. We have a tiny little chair. You're always
Coming
looking
at
up
ya.
at the glass blower. But here's why I stayed on this side. Guts like butter.
Nice foot, Jake.
Thanks, Oliver.
Squish hard.
Look at that tight edge, folks. We're lined up.
I'm gonna trust that it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you feel a tight edge is better?
It's
looks nice.
intentional.
Okay.
It looks really good. It's kind of like sometimes people do the move where they're like, whoosh, and then they just look at it and they're like, I love it. But we like to go tight and crispy with it.
Reach.
I'll get it for you. Don't worry about it.
Arms aren't long enough.
Unless you need it.
No.
Oliver's
I
trying
guess
to do the
not.
assistant roll and the gaffer roll. Nope, not there.
Old habits die hard or something like that.
All right, we're going for the flip around. We got one Pontillo. We got a pretty nice straight walled Child's blue and gold shot glass. He's going for the stick. Here he goes.
That looks
shtick.
pretty
Incredible.
on center.
It's a nice shtick. A little bit of aguacita. Lovely.
So traditionally, we would not be making small shot glasses out of a large glory hole. There's a lot of extra heat there. It's really hard to heat a small opening. So we have different size glory holes to make different product sizes. So if we're doing large vases or bigger items, we still have another glory hole that's bigger. In the glass community, for some reason, people are always like, I have the biggest glory hole. It's like, cool, you waste the most money on heating your furnace.
Take a look at this, folks. A little inspiration for next week. We won't talk about it too much. It looks like some sort of rainbow under the river. Could be anything. It's going to be on the show next week.
Wait, creatures. Next week is the creature show.
Oh, it's not going to be next week.
Oh,
Might be the week after
busted.
that.
You said under the bridge. I thought maybe you're making a creature under the
Some week
bridge.
eventually.
Under the snail bridge.
Sue says, oh, I'm dying. Hold on.
Are you okay, Bess?
Bess is just fine.
Tell Jake I snagged his creation and I'm calling it a happy accident. I love it.
Let's go, Sue.
Let's go.
It is pretty cool. It's almost like a pulled flower that you pull off the pipe. It's one of the first things a glassblower will learn is pulling a flower, pulling it down, twisting your wrist so that it just pulls off and looks all funky and organic and crazy. And that's a mix of goblet work and one of the original designs a glassblower would burn.
Too cold.
Calling them out.
I need that. I've had this. Okay, so for everyone at home watching here,
For the
this step
people.
that I'm about to do has been the most difficult thing for me to learn thus far in glass blowing. And between Jake and Matt helping me have an epiphany, I was getting the glass too hot for this step every time, and I haven't done one of them in a while, so I'm being mindful of that I have a tendency to let it get too hot for snipping.
So as we kind of gear up for the end of the show here, this is the giveaway for next week, and I would love to hear again who's watching live and who's watching after the fact, folks. Last week's show, I noticed we had 80 or something, 100 comments at the end of the show, and by the end of the week, we had 200 comments. So people certainly watch after the fact. We had, I think, 4 times as many views by the end of the week.
Yeah, you know what? If your kids are like in soccer or summer sports, they're not around.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
right.
But they still want to see it. They watch it at night. I watch podcasts when I'm like, well, I guess they're not podcasts, doing the kitchen dishes. You know, you can always throw the show on and have it in the background.
Yeah, and if you do throw it on, throw a comment in there that's about 5 words long that says, my name is Jeff, and I'm watching the show.
I've got a poll running right now on the Facebook side that says, are you excited for the creature show next week?
Oh, yeah.
I've got 8 votes for yes.
Who
5
said no?
5 votes for of course. And so far, no votes for no, I don't like fun.
Ah,
Well,
nice, Bess.
That's a very
Suggestive
pointed
selling.
and suggestive selling. Nice work. That was good.
I teach the staff here, they're not allowed to use negatives.
Yep.
So you can't say don't or anything. You have to say, remember to buy.
Yep. Makes sense. We don't need that bad mojo. But the Creature Show is going to be incredible, and if you haven't already heard, next week we have every single one of our products with a conscience. We've made 20 new, whether it has Dichro, whether it has Adventurine, whether it's just a different size, different scale, improved rendition.
The sheep are rams, and number
We've
10 is already
made the
sold.
rams. That's right.
I need to take number 10 out of inventory.
We've got some incredible products listed, and it's going to be a blast. We'll talk about the
Just a
creation
little
of
shot
each.
glass.
Look at that.
Look at it. Oliver wants
Great
to win
job,
it.
Oliver.
That's a nice piece, Oliver.
Oliver, we don't have the fine print. You can enter the contest. Enter the e-news.
Okay.
Do you want to give it
We'll
some
put you in,
blingage?
spin the
Yes,
wheel.
please.
We'll see what happens.
Oliver's all over this one.
Did you ask him if he wanted spinach?
If what?
He wanted spinach?
No, blingage.
Oh, blingage. Okay. I couldn't
Spinach,
hear.
blingage.
It's fine.
It's all the same.
I'm taking these tweezers, but I'm not gonna steal them.
Don't steal them. Don't pull
Oliver,
a
your
Chris.
grandma says it looks very nice.
Thanks,
She'll-
Grandma.
She'll
Graham.
enter to win.
Are you going to give it the stamp?
Yeah. We'll go right there.
Yeah, the doubler. The doubler.
There it goes.
So, let's take a look here. It's going to be a
GA stamps
squitcher.
going on the bottom.
Yes, I'll squitch, you stamp. I'll carry. You carry.
I'll carry.
You'll carry.
There's a lot of teamwork.
And everything we do.
We can delegate.
I'll squitch.
Squitch.
Trevor says,
You
been
stamp?
watching since episode 1. It's fun to see you guys grow. Chris is always fun to listen to. You as well, Jake.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
baby.
That was Trevor.
Yep.
Super cool, Trevor. Thanks for the comment. We love to hear from you. Watching from show 1's a serious feat, considering this is the end of show number 270.
And that's just the gathering point. We've
Did you
done
tell everyone that-
experimental shows. We've done, what else? Anila reveals.
Will it burn? All kinds of
Yeah.
craziness. And you just told me the other day you asked the new AI robot on Google,
Perplexity.
you know, where can I watch? Where can
Thanks,
I watch?
Robin.
Nice work, Oliver.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't remember what episode it is. I'm gonna guess and say it was episode 217 was the last time I had to make a shot glass for the giveaway.
Is that what it
Which
was?
was the one I pulled out like a little tree stump.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
this
the
one
tree
turned out a
stump.
little bit better.
Yeah, that's
So
progress.
217, he's got the 2 and the 7. Sounds like you should play the lottery.
I'm just guessing. Someone's gonna go and watch episode 217 and bump up the views on that one. So
Do it. And comment watching after the fact. It's a beautiful show, folks. We appreciate you understanding the heat and the phone. We lost our LED light about 25, 30 minutes into the show. That's obviously not a big deal, but it is an indicator that the phone's heating up and it's ready to go. And if it explodes in our faces, it would be a
Thanks.
good thing.
No. You've been saying all these things and it's happened. So let's say the intention I want to set is that Apple will be like, oh my God, these guys are amazing. Here's 5 phones, so you never have to worry about it crashing, and 5 gimbals, and a tech person that's above Bess a little bit that figures out the switcher problems.
I can't fix the switcher problem.
Exactly.
No,
That's
nobody
what I'm
can.
saying. So we're setting that intention.
Well, then if it is going to explode, it better explode into a bunch of gold coins like they do in like Nintendo games.
Fair.
yeah, just like Sonic.
Yeah, we'll pick them up
got-
and we'll cash them.
2 new members this week that you guys are going to see on our end credits.
Beautiful. 2 new members.
Thank
Those
you
are
for
Loyalty
joining.
League members, we mean?
Yep.
I'm unsure.
There
I
are
do
2 new
believe so,
Loyalty
and there
League
may be
members.
some
Okay.
star supporters that have joined as well. 2 different levels of membership, and it's super cool, and we appreciate you all very, 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 very much.
All right, stay and watch the credits.
Stay and watch the credits.
See you
Shop
next
on
week.
the website.
Have a good night.